Well, this week we have been following the story of a man who accused a former local Catholic priest of abuse.
And here's what Michael Whalen said earlier this week.
I was abused by Father Norb out of St. John Vianney in Orchard Park when I was like 14 years old. He took me up to his cabin in Springville where the abuse took place. We got me out there on the means of going skiing at Kissing Bridge.
Well, Whalen says the abuse destroyed his life, and today the bishop is speaking out, and as Channel 2's Claudine Ewing reports tonight, he is announcing a new fund for victims of sexual abuse.
What do you think about Michael Whalen, who came out this week? What are your words to him?
My words to Michael Whalen are, I am so dreadfully sorry that this has happened to you, and it's a good thing you've come forth. It's good for you, Michael, and it's good for others who may need that kind of that liberation.
Bishop Richard Malone was not shy about saying he's so very, very sorry to victims of abuse by members of the Catholic clergy. The Catholic Diocese of Buffalo announced it is creating a compensation fund for victims who have already submitted claims going back to the 1950s, and it's expected to be about 100 cases. Could these claims that are coming in that have to be paid out, could it break the bank?
It'll stretch the bank. We think we have enough resources that we won't have to be bankrupt.
And he admits some properties may have to be sold. This week's admission by Reverend Norbert Orselitz to the Buffalo News that his sexual encounters with teenage boys occurred during the 1970s and 80s now begs the question, did the Diocese of Buffalo just decide to have a compensation program for sex abuse victims?
5 to 6 months, we've been taking a close look.
We've been actively and intensively watching this program for at least 5 or 6 months because it takes drafting.
The fund is for individuals who made claims.
I'll say this very strongly and sincerely. We want victims to come forth. If there are victims out there who have not come forth for reconciliation, for healing, and now in this new program for compensation.
Former New York State Supreme Court Justices Howe and Gorski will oversee the program and determine how much each victim will be compensated.
The process is going to be expedited. We expect that the invitations will go out today, but they'll be on a rolling basis.
And decisions will be made within 30 days after a claim is reviewed. Victims will have 60 days to accept or reject the settlement. The diocese has already paid out more than $1 million to settle sex abuse claims. My interview with Bishop Malone is online right now at WGRZ.com, along with the entire press conference. Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.